Hello, I'm Doug, and this is the Taste and Sensibility channel. And today we are looking at honey review number 3, where we're going to taste and smell Winter Park's Sourwood Honey. Sourwood's one of the most popular kinds or more sought after kinds of honey. I remember a vacation to Great Smoky Mountain National Park back in the 90s, and at a little shop or stand or something right outside the park, somewhere in North Carolina, I guess, there was a little stand that was selling sourwood honey. That made a big impression on me. Oh, people seek out different kinds, weird little varieties like that. And now I know that they do because I've been buying them. So we're going to work over the taste and smell of this stuff and see what we find. So I mentioned before, Winter Parks seems to be a high quality company with high quality products. Their website's useful, easy to navigate, easy to understand. And that's where I learned about this one, although I see a little sticker on the back that tells me I got it from Amazon. And there wasn't much difference in price or service or speed in ordering from Winter Park directly or getting it through Amazon. So I'd say get it from Winter Park and let them keep the cut that goes to Amazon. So I usually think of myself as more of a whiskey taster than a honey taster, but one of the whiskey channels that I follow had a dry week and someone sent them a honey tasting kit. So they tried several kinds and I got all excited when I tried some in my pantry. And it opened up a whole new world. So I bought 40 different honeys from different places. Started in with my own little tasting obsession. And this is a result of that. So we're going to open it up and see what we can pick up on the nose. It's got a slight honey aroma, but more deep, rich grain. Maybe very faint fruit, but I'm not sure what kind of fruit it would be. The clues don't extend that far. So I'm going to get a little bit on a toothpick and see what I can taste. Oh wow. Sweet and rich, full and robust. Not really any tartness that I can pick up, but the sweetness is fairly complex. It's not a syrupy sweetness. There's a fruity character to it. And definitely some floral notes. The fruitiness has a tiny bit of tartness to it, like a raspberry or a kiwi or something with a little bite or a little acid in it, but it's not, you wouldn't say it's tart or sour overall. Then it's really hard to identify what the fruit is. And then there's flowery notes in there also that just are a mystery to me. It's very complex and nuanced and very nice, and there's transitions as on your tongue as it goes through all the stages. I'm going to try to get a little bit more on my tongue here by scooping it out with a spoon. Oh wow. Putting it all over my tongue gives me, it starts out with that fruitiness and a little flower character, but it turns into some sort of confection-y type thing. Or it might be caramel or butterscotch or something with a lot of butter in it, just kind of washes all over your mouth. So it gets a little more confectionery-ish, but it's not syrupy sweet or sickeningly sweet. And there's definitely a creaminess or buttery character to it. It just kind of coats and flows all over your mouth, and it's really good. Let me see if I can find a few of the notes I made on earlier tastings. For arrival, I got medium intensity fruity notes with light floral notes. And for development, fruit turns into a creamy mixture with a hint of anise oil, while floral notes persist. Oh yeah, I do remember now mentioning the hint of anise. It didn't really pop up just now when I did the big spoonful. Ah, yeah. I'm a black licorice hound, so I pick it up in all sorts of stuff. And it's just a hint here. It's a note that's not quite as loud as the other ones, but it's definitely in there. So people that don't like black licorice might not find this objectionable, but might certainly detect that note. But it's pretty clear when you're looking for it or are warned about it. But I like that. It's very subtle and nuanced with lots of different parts to it. Let's see what else I said. On the finish, I said before, sweetness and floral aspects linger to the end. Yeah, I would agree with that. It just goes on and on. The mouthfeel changes and has the transitions as it's dying down, but the sweetness keeps going and keeps going. So I've been taking notes on every honey as far as putting it into tea, putting it on a biscuit. So I'll go ahead and do that now, just to compare it to my notes from a few months ago. Sometimes the special flavors and character that are in some particular varietal honey don't really translate through or survive mixing with food or drink. So I'm just putting this on a little bit of a buttermilk biscuit. It stays very characterful. This is got most of the notes in there just mixed with food, so it's a little harder to dissect, but it'd be good to cook with if you can take advantage of some of the special characters of the sourwood honey. I've got a honey cookbook, but I haven't really looked into how to take advantage of these flavors in cooking or mixing with food. But all the subtleties are really holding up. Most of that fruitiness is there. It still turns creamy. It's very good on the biscuit. Now I've got a mug of tea over here with some of this honey. Oh, let me bring the honey back. Oh, he's moving it around. Be sure to make slurping noises. Still get the fruitiness. It goes on. This is just a mild black tea, so it doesn't have a lot of strong flavors to compete. But the fruitiness, the floral notes, that anise note, all seem to survive. And I drink big mugs of tea. This is probably 8 or 10 ounces of liquid. I put a tablespoon of honey in it, because I'm really looking for the flavors. I don't usually drink everything that sweet, but I want to see how the honey flavors mix with the foods and drink. And this does a really good job. This is going to hold up in tea and stay identifiable. So this was a really good one. So I can see why this sourwood honey is famous. It's got some interesting flavors. It's very good with food and drink. And it would be a very enjoyable thing to put in your collection of honeys or putting in your cooking arsenal. So if you like what you're seeing here, give it a thumbs up down below, or a thumbs down if you don't like it. But subscribe to the channel and you'll see more of this kind of material. If you click the bell button, you'll get notified whenever the new videos are posted, which I'm hoping will be on Mondays and Thursdays every week. So come back soon for the next honey review, and that's all for now.